Hello everybody and welcome back to GBear's Off-Grid Ways, a homestead in the desert. It is sometime in March 26th, 2019. And you're looking at my garden, and yeah, I got the corn in, I got some cucumbers in, I got some, my cilantro moved, of course, you saw that. I got some peppers in, and then I planted a couple of grapevines over there. Those are seedless grapes, non-GMO. And they've already got sprouts on them, so they're going to be right on the ends because I'm going to put a trellis right down the center going to that back wall over there. Starting from this pole, I'll run it down, and then I'll do some cross members across there so I can trellis that whole area and get grapes growing overhead all the way through that new section. And that'll give me my shade cloth. When these get eaten up by the sun up here, I'll have another one over there, of course, but when they get eaten up by the sun, by that time, the grapevine should have already given me the summer shade that I need. And then if I need to protect the grapevine, I could always throw some new tarps on or new sunscreens over the top. All right, so I did add on to my grow box here. As you can see, it goes out and it steps down as it goes. That's because the trees and the grapevines are going to be planted up this end, and that's where they end, right at that post right there. And then after that, it's going to drop down, and that's going to be all of a sort of a vegetable garden type area. And then across over that, against that wall, I've emptied the big pots, and I've got two of them emptied. The third one has my other grapevine in it. That's Concord grape. These two grapes are seedless, and that one over there has got seeds in it. That's a real Concord grapevine. So that one I want planted down at this end so that it can take into the native soil and grow up from there. Then I'll have three of those big buckets, and I'm going to cut the bottoms off of those three buckets. I'm going to put one right there in that corner, one dead center, and one in that corner, just like that one is standing over there. And then these shade trees will go in those two corners, and then my holly oak that's over there will go right where it's sitting, right in the center. So that's going to give me kind of a wind shear against that side of the wall, the side that takes the most wind. But it'll also give me a little bit of shade in the summertime from the sun, which goes across the southern sky, of course. And it's over there right now. It kind of really goes right over me, but you know, it's in the southern sky. But I'm up so high, I'm closer to it. All right. If you buy that, I've got some pineapple grows in Alaska I've been trying to get rid of. All right. Anyway, while I was at Home Depot, I'm picking up some more garden soil, and I do need 10 more bags of this. But I ran into the representative for Kellogg's over there, and she was very nice, and she was explaining all about the all of the stuff that's in these, and these are all OMRI listed, and they are real good organic soil, and you can mix this stuff 50-50 with your native soil and get really good growth. And that's what I do out here. I take the native soil, and of course you see all my old bean cans here from the girls' treats. I'll be putting some more in that area there, but since I've been rolling through with the wheelbarrow, I have to give myself a little bit of space first, and that's why I left the end open, because I can come right down this path with that wheelbarrow and go around the corner and then come in like this, and it makes it easier when I'm bringing soils and stuff in. But look how that garden looks. Isn't that pretty? I'm also going to add I think 6 more corn stalks, or it'll be actually 12, because I put two to a plot. So each one of those is going to be 2 times 6. That's another 12, and I've already got 12 plants out there, so that's going to be quite a few ears of corn if I get corn on every one of them. Even if I only get one corn on every one of them, I can't eat that much corn, but I can always can some of it. I can always feed some to the chickens, and I can always barter some with my neighbors. All right, so everything's really looking good here. You can see how I've got my soil set up here, and I've been mixing it in with the native soil and my compost. My compost bin is empty right now. I've taken it right down to the bottom, so I'll start a new compost pile, and then that'll go for next year's. And then, of course, I understand that the Kellogg's have a special every year, and I'm not sure of the exact date. When I find that out, I will be glad to post it. But they do have a special where you can get these 2 bags for $7. So, and these are 3 cubic feet per bag. And these come compressed. When you break them up, it's actually a whole pickle barrel or a whiskey barrel full of good broken up soil, and it has all of its nutrients and what do you call that, fertilizers and stuff already in it. So this is really good stuff. I've used it for years, and I swear by this stuff. It's really good. And just mixing it 50-50 with soil is what I originally did on my outside when I first planted those trees back in 2016, and the ground squirrels ate them all up. Well, I use this 50-50 mix with native soil in the holes. My friend Andy was here helping me plant some of those, and he remembers that. But we were mixing it up with the native soil, and those trees took off. I mean, really took off. I'd leave for a week and come back, and I'd be amazed at how much growth there was to them. So this soil is really good stuff, and I get this at Home Depot. It's a little expensive this time of year, but like I said, I think it's coming up on May Day or something like that. They actually give a discount on these, and you get 2 bags for $7. So I'll be looking forward to that, and I'll get some that I can put aside and store, because next year what I do is, after all of these plants are pulled out, is I'll actually just add some more of this, a couple of inches right over to the top of this, and I'll just churn that in, and it'll replenish the nutrients in the soil that I need, because this stuff is going to break down after a while. The stuff that's in those pots is 50-50 mix with the trees, so that's already mixed, but they're choking off right now. There's gotten no place to grow their roots. They're all root bound, and I've got to get them into those bigger pots. When I cut the bottoms out, the roots will be able to grow through and keep on going down and go through the wire and right into the ground. Not only will that help anchor my grow house here in place, but it'll let the tree grow really well. And then as the branches get up and they want to go through the wire, I'll cut the wire just enough so that the branches can get through. And then as the branches get a little bigger, I'll just snip the wires around it and give it a little grow space, so the critters still can't come inside here, but the canopy of that tree can keep on growing up higher and higher past the actual wire on top of this thing. So that's my plan, and I'm sticking to it. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I'll also get the 2x4s probably next weekend to go across where they have to over there, so that I have a place to anchor my trellis for the grapevines that are going to be grown over here. And I want to get all my other plants in here. I've got to get some seeds in my fast starter grow bags started inside the cabin, but that's another thing I've got to do inside the cabin is I've still got that big old plastic table in there, and I got my homemade dining table covered with a tarp out on the front porch. I got to switch those out and get all of the plants out of the inside of the cabin, get those down here. I've got a sweet potato plant vine that's it's probably got 2 5-foot long runs going up and a couple of little 2-foot runs going up, but I got to get that down into some soil to where it can grow. And I'm thinking that I might do that in between the trees here. I'll build small boxes, and then I'll just do one for sweet potatoes and one for russet potatoes or golden potatoes or whatever. I'll grow potatoes in little boxes in between those trees and make best use of the spaces I have here. And then I'm going to hang grow baskets on the walls, and I'll get some plants up in there like strawberries, things like that, so that all I have to do is walk up and down the aisles and be better than going to the supermarket. All right, I covered all of that. I got it all done. I hope I didn't talk too fast. Don't forget, you could always ask questions in the comment section below. Those of you using cell phones, turn your cell phone into the vertical position. Scan all the way down past all of the other videos, and at the bottom it'll say add a public comment, and you can add a comment down there. Okay, don't forget, you'll also, below, you'll see, give me a thumbs up if you like my videos, and then don't forget to click share and share it with friends, families, relatives, the guy next door, the people you run into in the store, everybody. Let's build this subscriber list up a little bit. We've been doing great so far. I'm adding them daily, and I'm liking that. I should be at 1.7K pretty soon, and then we'll be pushing for that 1.8K. I still want to, before the end of this year, before the fall comes, I want to see that 5,000 mark, and we can all do this together. GBear signing off.